I'm here today to talk about the Michigan FairTax and to touch a little bit on the national FairTax proposal. What has happened is that we have a national FairTax proposal that will replace our current federal tax system and basically replace it with a simple retail sales tax. What we've done in Michigan, because this is such an attractive proposal at the national level, is to come up with a Michigan FairTax. In a nutshell, it will untax business, or the ruse of business taxes, because they really don't pay a tax today, but we'll get into that in just a minute. And it will tax us directly rather than taxing businesses, and it will also get rid of the income tax. So basically, we eliminate business taxes, we eliminate the income tax. Well, geez, what's left? we still have to fund the government. That's an easy thing to do. With a simple retail sales tax that will raise the same amount of money without all the overhead and all the invasion of our privacy that we have today. In Michigan, a revenue-neutral rate is between 9 and 9.5%, and that's being calculated currently by economists and the Treasury. This rate might sound a little bit high initially, but when you realize what you're paying today, it's not bad at all. Remember, no more money is going to be taken from the public under the FairTax system than is there today. There's no big change in revenue to the government. In the immediate term, it replaces all the revenue that's raised today. In the long term, because this is so expansive to the economy, when you suddenly untax business, what's going to happen to business? Is it going to continue fleeing our state like it is today? I don't think so. They're going to be moving here. We are going to be a magnet for business from around the country and around the world. That will employ Michiganders. There will be a scarcity of labor. We will bid up the price of labor. People will be making more money, and the property values will be going up because instead of people leaving the state, people are coming to the state. So sometimes I hear a senior say, I'm not earning any money anymore. I'm not taxed, and now you're going to tax me when I spend my money. I tell them you're already being taxed on your money as you spend it today. You just can't see it. Any time that a business is taxed, the business treats that tax just like any other business expense. And that tax is passed on to you and me in the price of their product. That's the only alternative the business has, other than if they get to the point they can't pass that on, what happens to them is that they move out of the state, move out of the country, or go out of business. And what we see in Michigan today is just that. They're moving out of the state or going out of business. And we're losing our jobs because of it. So we not only are paying all those business taxes, we're paying again when we lose our jobs. And a lot of us are doing that. We have the highest unemployment rate in the nation. Today, this September of 2007, we are down by 7.2%, setting the record. That's Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, where they had hurricane damage and are still suffering from that, is at 6.7. So we're showing them how to be unemployed. There's 70 to 100,000 jobs lost in the last year alone in Michigan. We're the third in foreclosures in the state, people losing their homes. We've lost 5,000 in population. Other states are growing, and we have people having babies. What's happening? That's what's happening. They're leaving our state. 11.2% of our economy goes to fund the state government. It's not that they don't have enough money in Lansing. That's a different issue altogether. They've got sufficient funds, but politicians always want more. And what they've done to you and me over the years is to tell us they're not going to tax us as individuals. They're going to tax those rich, big corporations. Well, a lot of us little business guys are those big, rich corporations, in quotes. And we're closing our doors and moving out of the state. And with us goes those jobs. So that really, the ruse that businesses pay taxes, that lie is costing us our jobs. It makes it easy to pass a tax because they're not taxing us, we don't think. That's what they tell us when they're out on the hustings talking to the public. But really, any business tax is a tax on you and me. And when you stop to think about it, you know that's the case. And any economist would tell you. Alan Greenspan, chairman of the the Federal Reserve Board, has been quoted many times lecturing Congress saying only businesses pay taxes. Businesses do not pay taxes. Only people pay taxes. And that's the case. So to solve the problem, let's stop the lie. Let's make taxes visible. Every time that you go make a purchase under the fair tax, whether it's anything that you buy, this taxes all goods and services, and it's because businesses are paying, you're paying taxes on services today. You just can't see it. It's built into the price of the product. But goods and services are all taxed today. All we're going to do is make that visible. On every sales receipt, you will see exactly what you're paying in taxes. And you'll see exactly what the true cost of that material is, or that product is, without tax built into the price. It's amazing when you can actually see what you're paying in taxes. This is what people don't want us to see. I've had some people that are for limited government, smaller government, say, well, geez, you can't let people see what they're really paying in taxes. They'll revolt. I say, oh, this didn't scare me too much. But what it will do is, because the tax will be transparent, in other words, we will see it, it's very visible, people will have the ability to control the size of their government for the first time in generations. That's what the fair tax will give the people. It takes the power from Lansing and Washington and gives it to the people. There's no longer buying and selling of tax favors. Your legislature really doesn't, federal or state, generally they don't represent you. They represent those that are contributing to their campaigns. Who are contributing to their campaigns? You and I aren't the big gift makers to these politicians. It's the lobbyists. The buying and selling of tax